not. Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Oh. Oh. Or not. Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Oh. Oh. Or not. Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Oh. Oh. Or not. Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Oh. Oh. Or not. Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Oh. Oh. Or not. Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Oh. Oh. Or not. Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
तो हेलो यार भाइयों, स्टार्ट करते हैं। नहीं, मैं थोड़ा सा बस चेक कर रहा था, यहाँ पे कुछ प्रॉब्लम थी, उसको सुधार रहा था मैं। नथिंग मच। हेलो सुमेश, कैसा है भाई?
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! The opposite is probably true for me. Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
बेनेट, क्या हुआ भाई बेनेट के बारे में कुछ बताना है तेरे को? बता सकता है सब। मैं स्क्रीन बदलता हूँ। हाँ ये स्क्रीन मैंने बदल गई। I am good. I wonder if I am also happy. Is that what you are trying to say? Hi. I am good. I wonder that Vignesh also be happy. Wonder क्या भाई, मैं भी अच्छा हूँ। हेलो एशियन गेमिंग भाई, क्या चल रहा है? क्या तूने लाइव किया आज? कौन सा गेम खेलता है भाई? लाइव करता है तो मैं आया था थोड़ी देर में, बस मेरे को कुछ दिखा नहीं था तेरे लाइव में यार, मैं आया था। बस चैट करता है क्या भाई? गेम नहीं खेलता है तू? गेम खेलते हुए नहीं दिखाता, मैं इसलिए पूछ रहा था देखो यार, मेरे को पता है तू खेलता हूँ और लाइव नहीं खेलता है ऐसा। मेरे को लाइव में सिर्फ चैट दिख रहा था भाई, इसलिए मैं बोला।
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue.
आज खेला था 2
Clearly
बार,
can't
लाइव
go
में बोल
into
रहा,
the
लाइव।
sunlight. Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her.
मैंने मिस कर दिया। अच्छा, मैं एंडिंग के टाइम पर देखा क्या मैंने? हो सकता है मैंने एंडिंग टाइम पे देखा हूँ।
But as I led her out of the
लाइव
shadows
खेला,
and into
हाँ
the
खेला था।
sunlight, she vanished.
लिंक दूँ? एक डीसी पे आता है, डीसी पे लिंक सेंड कर दे, सही रहेगा। यहाँ पे शायद तक लिंक सेंड नहीं हो पाएगी। तेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब तो किया है लेकिन मेरे को दिखा नहीं था, इसलिए
I
बोला।
turned around and there she
चल
was,
कोई बात नहीं भाई,
standing
देख
at the
लेंगे
edge
बाद
of the
में।
shadows, silently watching me.
एक और टाइप कर देते हैं। यप, एक सेकेंड, इसको पिन कर देते हैं। यस, मेरी आईपी बैन और अकाउंट पिन की। आज छोड़ दे भाई, रहने दे फिर। अगली लाइव स्ट्रीम में आऊंगा तो पूछूंगा तो जवाब देना। माइक शायद तक तूने माइक बंद रखा था, चैट कर रहा था तू लोगों से।
Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or no. Well, we could. Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already.
Your
Nothing
DC link is
worked.
expired.
Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here.
सोमेश भाई बताने के लिए थैंक यू। मैं अब चेंज कर लेता हूँ यार। लास्ट टाइम डबल बदला था लेकिन उसके बाद एक और बार कर लेता हूँ। 7 दिन का रहता है ना वो। और मेरे पास माइक नहीं है। ओके, माइक नहीं। और पीसी माइक सपोर्ट नहीं करता। पीसी माइक सपोर्ट नहीं करता।
I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look. Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through.
नॉर्मल हेडफोन से भी हो सकता है ना
We
भाई?
can each take a section. Here.
La Puyade, Landois,
नहीं तो ये हमारे सामान 500 रुपए का एक छोटा सा माइक आता है, वो भी चल जाता है। लोकल में मिलता है तो काम तो अच्छा करता है। पहले मैं आज एक वीडियो अपलोड करी है। 4.47 बैनर्स। अच्छा, पोर्ट डिटेक्ट नहीं कर रहा। अच्छा, कोई प्रॉब्लम है?
Oh, yikes. That our rare guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kind of giving Paimon the creeps.
Ah, I've met him before. The
Check कर
scar
लो,
is from
देखते
an
भाई.
injury he...
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him.
Wait, so that means...
It may seem
How you know
cruel,
about-
but it's just one of the... Betrayal is not to be
और मुझे
taken
complete
lightly.
settle होने
We know too
में
many secrets to come and
like
go as we
gaming
please. So, if you
10K
do try
subs
to leave,
लगेंगे.
you pay
ऐसे
with
मेरे
your
subs
life.
कितने subs है तेरे? शायद तक 400 subs है भाई. इतने subs बढ़ गए तेरे. हमारे नहीं
Her
बढ़ रहे
name's
यार.
not here, huh? Well, let's shift
बढ़
our
जाएगा.
attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine,
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere
आपका
in the
support है.
house was a little... strange.
Strange.
और कई YouTubers का भी.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I know there have been arguments
वैसे
in
मैंने
the
कुछ किया
past.
नहीं है, बस मैंने अकेले ने
Times when
subscribe किया और
people
किसी ने
haven't
किया
gotten
होगा.
along. Chaplo and
I am
Filiol are a
listening.
good
Hey, hello,
example
Shanks,
of
कैसा है भाई?
that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes.
that's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But
Account review.
considering the rules of the house,
रुक जा भाई, देखते थे अभी account Asian भाई.
people would never say that out
Asian
loud.
gaming.
People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filiol and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filiol and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house.
Darkness in the
And how
house.
deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength.
And they just believed all that? With
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Whoa. What's this Project Stuja all about?
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the detail. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor
Yes,
of
PS5
playing
में
a
खेल रहे हैं
key
अपन.
role in Project Stuja.
Brother, make a
Wait,
guide video.
but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an
Explain
inconvenience.
viewers an easy way.
Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable.
हाँ,
They've
सुमेश
been
भाई,
funneling
try
the
करते हैं
house
भाई.
a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're
Running something big.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside,
external pressure has a
By
way
the way,
of
account review करते हैं
exacerbating
नहीं
internal
subscriber.
strife.
आप देख रहे हो भाई, मेरे को वैसे उतना अच्छे से
Can't
आता नहीं
overlook
यार,
the
मैं
power
खुद
of
अच्छा नहीं
fear
खेलता
either.
हूँ. Asian gaming
People
तो
are
मैं
afraid of
क्या ही review
dying.
करूँगा.
And that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal. But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right.
भाई
Even
आप
if
लगे
we
रहो आपकी समझ
confront
भी आ
Filial
जाएगी.
and the others, it won't do any good. It might
हाँ
even
भाई,
make matters
कोई
worse.
प्रॉब्लम नहीं भाई.
We should
हम भी
focus
ट्राई
on
करते रहेंगे,
clarity
तू भी
for
ट्राई
now.
करते रह.
Well, Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
और मुझे ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है कोई बात सुन रहा है, या फिर मेरा वहम है. झटके तो हमको छूटते हैं. क्या है भाई तेरा UID? UID 883 883056 आया नहीं है इसके पहले. 056846. मेन अकाउंट है भाई कि तेरा दूसरा अकाउंट है? एशियन गेमिंग भाई मेन अकाउंट है. मैसेज की डिलीट कर. अच्छा सॉरी, मैं ऊपर गया था, मेरे को लगा तो डबल मैसेज डिलीट किया. मेन अकाउंट और अकाउंट नहीं है. 56 नया ना स्टार्ट किया है. इंडिया में हिंदी में गाइड बनाने कम लोग हैं, उस पे भी वो वैसे बहुत जन इंग्लिश बोलते हैं तो समझ में आ जाएगा मेरे को लगता है सोमेश भाई. एक है यूरोप में AR-25 56,183 एनर्जी चार्ज 111 है. छोड़, देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. बट इज 6%. आर्टिफैक्ट्स अपग्रेड नहीं है क्या? मेरे को अटैक कम क्यों दिख रहा है? तूने इसका मेन, अच्छा 80 पे है. ओके 2K के ऊपर चले जाएगा. अगर नहीं जाएगा सॉरी, थोड़ा अटैक परसेंटेज कम लग रहा था. अटैक कम लग रहा था मेरे को इसका. याला सेट सही है बोलना. चार्ज अटैक के लिए यूज करता है तो याला सेट सही है, लेकिन मैं इसको ज़्यादातर चार्ज अटैक के इसमें यूज़ नहीं करता हूँ. बहुत कम करता हूँ, ऑफ फील्ड में करता हूँ. तो मैं दूसरा वाला सेट यूज़ कर रहा हूँ जो हार्ट ऑफ डेप्थ के साथ में मिलता है. रिक्वेस्ट भेजना होगा तो भेज देना, एक्सेप्ट कर लूंगा भाई. वाले अकाउंट में फुल हो चुका है. अगर तो सेकंड अकाउंट के टाइम पे मेरे को एक बार याद दिलाता ना, फिर मैं ट्राई करता हूँ, उसमें भेज देता हूँ. उसमें है बहुत सारी जगह खाली, इसमें जगह खाली नहीं होती मेरे पास वाले अकाउंट में. जबकि मुझे पिटी बिल्ड करना था. देखो हुटाओ तब मिली थी, पिटी बिल्ड कर रहा था ऐसा. हुटाओ आई थी कितने? हाँ आई थी, येलान के साथ आई थी हुटाओ. वो न्यू आर्टिफैक्ट सेट किस पे यूज करना चाहिए? एक नेव के लिए आया है, सेकंड वाला मैंने देखा नहीं है. एक नेव के लिए तो परफेक्ट है बोलना. ओके अभी लेने मिला 1 फुल स्ट्रीमर लगाई गेस. लेने मिला सही है यार. लेनी का है दिख नहीं रहा. लेनी को दिखाने में रख यार. ड्रैगन मेन चलता है इसके साथ. याला इसका विच वाला सेट पूरा कंप्लीट कर लेना भाई. कोई दूसरा सेट 2 सेट बोनस मत दे इसको. याला सेट ही पूरा कंप्लीट कर, सही रहेगा. रेडियन के लिए कैच रिफाइनमेंट रैंक 5 सही है. बहुत कम जन 5 करते हैं और मैंने खुद ने 5 नहीं किया है. कितना है? 260 176 42. क्रिट रेट कम है, क्रिट रेट बढ़ा ले भाई. यहाँ पे क्रिट रेट यूज नहीं कर रहा है तो क्रिट डैमेज यूज कर रहा है. यहाँ पे क्रिट रेट का ढूंढ, उसमें अगर बाकी और सब बाकी सारे इसमें ना क्रिट डैमेज ढूंढ. बाकी सब में क्रिट डैमेज सही है, इसमें कम है बस. कुछ है तेरे जो बदल सकता है तू अच्छे से, और बाकी तो अपग्रेडेड है नहीं तेरे. फिजिकल डैमेज बोनस कोई दूसरा स्वॉर्ड नहीं है इसके अलावा. एनर्जी चार्ज का सब में एचपी दिया है. क्रिट डैमेज हटा दे भाई, क्रिट डैमेज मत दे उसका. एचपी दे या फिर हीलिंग बोनस दे. यहाँ पे एचपी दे या फिर एचपी ही दे यहाँ पे. और क्या देगा? एचपी दे या फिर एनर्जी चार्ज दे, तेरे पे डिपेंड है। एचपी देगा तो ज़्यादा बेटर रहेगा। और मैं निकलता हूँ डोमेन के लिए, ईआर दूंगा। आज वेपन डोमेन का अपग्रेड करना है उसका।
We go.
एक बार लेना है, कितने बार लेना है? मैं 2 बार ले लेता हूँ।
Adventure time.
इसका वेपन डोमेन में ही जा रहा हूँ मैं अभी फिलहाल। कहाँ गई बंदी, कहाँ गई? 9 तो टैलेंट में तो है अपने पास, टैलेंट के लिए जगह भर। डीसी लगा दिया, यस लगा दिया भाई, तूने बोला उसके बाद ही लगाया तुरंत। ऐसा ऐसा बोलना नहीं चाहता मैं, जल्दी काम किया मैंने, लेट काम किया मानता मैं। यार आयटो का डैमेज कैसे ऊपर करूं यार? मैक्सिमम 11 के पर फ्लैश है। आयटो क्या कर सकता है यार? आयटो उसका मेन वेपन के साथ लोगों के डैमेज नहीं निकल रहा है। उसका दर्शन भाई मेन वेपन है क्या? उसका सिग्नेचर वेपन के साथ है। लोगों के सिग्नेचर वेपन के साथ डैमेज नहीं निकल रहे, कुछ कुछ आते हैं स्ट्रीम पे अपने। कौन सा वेपन यूज कर रहा है?
Who wants some of this? Let's roll.
दूर हट गया कमीने, थोड़ा पास आना। मैं आ जाता हूँ।
Let's light it up! Teamwork is Yoo-hoo! Fire! Well, with rock. Watch out!
कहाँ गया? यूज करने की जरूरत नहीं थी उसको। वेपन बैनर पे कभी विश नहीं किया। ऐसे ही एक और दे दे, ऐसा ही एक और दे। मेरे को गोल्डन वाले चाहिए, मेरे को वो गोल्डन पीस चाहिए।
Let the world collide!
It's showtime. Go. Hey, I wasn't ready. Attaboy.
I will be back. Bye. क्या हो गया भाई? तो डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन करने जा रहा है कि कहीं और जा रहा है?
Everybody stand back! Strike a pose! A proper send-off! From the Stina with love. Coming at ya! Ha! Ah! Watch out!
ना, उससे बुरा नहीं चाहिए था यार, कम से कम थोड़ा उसके बराबर का दिया रहता चलता, लेकिन इतना बुरा, इतना बुरा यार। कंडेंस रेजिन यूज करने पे इतना बुरा मिल रहा है। जेंशिन वाले ने क्या उखाड़ा है? गेंशिन 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 बोल, जेंशिन बोल, कोई मतलब नहीं है यार। आर्टिफैक्ट तो खराब ही दिया उसने, सॉरी मटेरियल्स तो खराब ही दे रहा है। नया इवेंट आया, क्रिस्टल एप्लीकेशन। कहाँ पर है? जाना पहचाना सा इवेंट है वो। और आ गए, आ गए हैं और आ गए हैं।
Oh, coming through. Attaboy.
आयरन से अच्छा तो मैं कीकी बिल्ड कर देता। इतना भी नहीं होगा, लेकिन कीकी भी अच्छी है, कीकी बुरी नहीं है। ऐसे कोई कैरेक्टर बुरा नहीं है।
Can't catch me.
तेरे पास येलान है भाई? येलन है? दर्शन भाई येलान है? येलान येलान येलन।
Can't catch me.
हाँ येलान समझा, 4 स्टार येलान बताया था तूने, कल ही बताया था। तेरी येलान कौन है मेरे को दिमाग से निकल गया था। डबल में देखो नहीं पूछूंगा वो दर्द वाली कहानी, इसके बाद याद रखूंगा मैं।
Can't catch me.
यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? ड्रॉप मिलेगा क्या? Begin the play.
Can't catch me. Can't catch me.
भाई याद रखो ना, मैं परमानेंट सब्सक्राइबर। हाँ भाई पक्का याद रखूंगा यार। मैं थोड़ा मेरा मेमोरी अच्छा नहीं है, मैं नॉर्मली चीज़ें बहुत जल्दी भूल जाता हूँ। सब्सक्राइबिंग की बात नहीं बोल रहा, मतलब नॉर्मली घर में भी मैं भूल जाता हूँ बहुत जल्दी। मेरे घर वाले बोलते हैं बादाम खाया कर। क्या बिगाड़ा मेरे ईटों ने तुम्हारा?
Adventure time. Off we go. Adventure time.
Complete performance.
Off we go. It's a miracle.
Miracle. यार वो अक्षय कुमार वाला मीम याद आ रहा था मेरे को। Miracle. हाँ दिमाग कहीं और जाता है यार। तुम्हारा भाई कहाँ गया कमीनो? यहीं पे कहीं होना चाहिए। वो क्रैब नहीं है क्या जो पावर लेंड करता है अपने को? ये बंदा कर रहा है तो जब से ढूंढ रहा था मैं। ये मेरे को वर्टिकल में करना चाहिए क्या, कि नॉर्मली ऐसे ही अच्छा लगता है? वर्टिकल में जल्दी फाइन हो जाएंगी मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है। शॉर्ट्स क्योंकि आराम से दिख जाते हैं। तुम्हारे हिसाब से क्या लगता है यार जो देख रहा है? वर्टिकल ज़्यादा बेटर है कि ऐसे ज़्यादा बेटर है? ऐसे में ग्राफिक्स ज़्यादा अच्छे दिखते हैं वर्टिकल के मुकाबले। एक चीज़ अच्छी है, मतलब ये बताना चाहता हूँ मैं।
Adventure time.
यार बंदा कहाँ पे है? वहाँ पे एक बुक है, एक नोट है वहाँ पे। मेहनत कमी है, तेरे को जगह नहीं दिख रही। नहीं एकदम से मेरे से अलग से क्यों हो रहा है आज? मैं ऐसे ही बात नहीं करता ज़्यादा। कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी एक्सेप्शन है भाई, कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी में गुस्सा आता है। आज एक बंदे के साथ मैं कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी बहुत टाइम खेला। आज के साथ थोड़ा नेट का इशू चल रहा था हमारा, तो मैं अपने फ़ोन से कनेक्ट करके डाटा खेल रहा था, तो मैच बहुत सही चल रहा था। ऐसे मैच लाइव स्ट्रीम के बीच में चलना चाहिए। हेलो जेली कैट, हाउ आर यू? चली क्या I am good. How about you? I am also good. Hey, hello SB, how are you? SB. भाई कल क्या हुआ था, मैं देख रहा था, एकदम से बंद हो गया। भाई कल मेरे घर के पास पता है क्या, बारिश आ रही है यहाँ पे यार, तो इसलिए बंद हो गया था। मतलब मैंने बंद नहीं किया था, एकदम से लाइट चली गई थी तो बंद हो गया था। वो थोड़ी देर के लिए लाइट गई थी तो बंद हो गया। अब क्या कर सकते हैं यार, इन्वर्टर नहीं है मेरे पास। इन्वर्टर बोलता बैकअप नहीं है, तो 5 मिनट संभाल नहीं सकते हम। अगर 5 मिनट संभालने वाला सिस्टम रहा तो फिर हो जाएगा भाई। वो क्वेस्ट करने का वो मैं आज करूँगा। कोई है कमीना मार खाने के लिए? Duel live also finished Sumeru Archon quest. Just finished. Sumeru's Archon quest.
I'm loving this treasure
Hey,
hunt.
are you able to hear me? Hey, hello SB, are you able to hear me? SB, भाई मेरा गेम माइक ऑन है ना, कि मैं अपने आप से बात कर रहा हूँ? एक बार कोई बता दो यार। Hey, hello Jellycat, are you able to hear me?
This one's got your name on it.
Mr. Striker. Hey, hello, I'm Striker. Fountain enemies have so much HP, like OMG. भाई बहुत सारे HP है। Yep. वहां पे जाने का रास्ता ढूंढ रहा हूँ मैं जा नहीं पा रहा हूँ। हेलो स्ट्राइकर, कैसा है भाई? मिल गया बंदा। Can you check my new village? दिखा दे भाई, देख लेंगे, लेकिन I don't have new village, so मेरे पास से कोई पॉइंटर्स मिल नहीं पाएंगे देखो। Even though I still have a fountain. किसको भी मारते हैं लगता है मेरे को यार। ऊपर में एक सिंबल देना चाहिए, ये सिंबल रहता है क्या कंप्लीटेड है करके? Why did the scarecrow get? Hello fabled phantom. Why did the scarecrow get a job? Because no one was willing to stand. Already at the interesting part. Interesting part of the fountain quest. Because he was outstanding in the field. Okay. मेरे को लगा मेरा भी थोड़ा उसी तरफ के था, लेकिन थोड़ा अलग सा आंसर था। हल्का सा चेंज था, हल्का सा चेंज चलता ही है। और ड्रॉप्स मिले।
Add Astra.
Why didn't the bicycle go up the hill? Because it was going down the hill. और down the hill game का नाम है। Downhill. Because it was too tired. ना इसमें मजा नहीं आया। बन मत हो भाई, बन मत हो। गुड वन। ए ये वाला गुड वन नहीं था, उसके पहले वाला ज्यादा बेटर था। यस याद आ गया, ये वाला अपग्रेड करना है और अपने पास मटेरियल्स नहीं है। एक्स्ट्रा मटेरियल और फिर यार पीछे वाला 6 है तो थोड़े चांस ज्यादा लगता है मेरे को। हाँ 8, थैंक यू। ये चीज क्या बना है? I got my phone, I'm playing while watching live lol. Hey, hello Jellycat, are you on Asian server or on which server do you play this game? Almost हो गया भाई। अभी गोल्डन वाले अपने को 6 चाहिए, 5 मेरे पास कितने हैं? 5 चाहिए, सॉरी। और 5 कप्स चाहिए हमको। What? I couldn't quite hear you. On which server do you play Genshin Impact? One extra. Ah, coming up. I can't send my UID. Send me your half UID first and then the second half. ऐसा ट्राई कर। आधा भेज भाई, आधी भेज, आधी करके टुकड़े करके भेज। If you do understand Hindi. आया क्या? मेरे को 3289 आया है, उसके बाद का नहीं आया है। स्पेशल भाई, तूने बहुत सारे नंबर नहीं लिखे लगता है अभी। 1800323289 ऐसा। वैसे नॉर्मली सेंड कर सकते हैं यार, बहुत जन सेंड करते हैं। ए न्यू अकाउंट है तेरा? 18 दिख रहा है ना, इसलिए पूछा। एचपी परसेंटेज का वेपन दिया है तूने। तेरे पास विंडजेट नहीं है, क्रिट डैमेज का वेपन है, 4 स्टार है। विश करने पर मिलता है, वो वेपन देके ट्राई कर उसको। और ये चार्ज अटैक वाला सेट दे रहा है, सही है, लेकिन ये इसका सेट दे रहा है ना, सही है, बाकी पूरा इसके मतलब HP परसेंटेज देते हैं। यहाँ पे क्रिट नहीं भी देगा चलेगा, लेकिन HP परसेंटेज देते हैं पूरा। अगर विंड सिट नहीं है तो, विंड सिट नहीं है, अच्छा ठीक है, चलता है ऐसा नॉर्मली। अभी के लिए ये यूज़ कर ले, चलेगा, सही है अभी के लिए। लेकिन अगर तेरे पास जब विंड सिट आएगा तब यहाँ पे वो वेपन देना और यहाँ पे चेंजेस कर लेना, वहाँ पे पूरा HP परसेंटेज कर लेना और देखना कैसा डैमेज का फर्क पड़ता है। और अगर तेरे को लगता है कुछ अलग है तो फिर ठीक है, नहीं तो नॉर्मली भी ठीक है जैसा अभी यूज़ कर रहा है। ये कहाँ पर? I finally encountered the knave. Yippee. स्किल डैमेज बोनस वाला ये वाला आर्टिफैक्ट यूज मत कर भाई। इस पे कौन सा आर्टिफैक्ट यूज कर रहा है तू? एम स्ट्राइकर भाई, ये आर्टिफैक्ट यूज मत कर इस पे। जस्ट न्यूविल, अच्छा जस्ट न्यूविल देखना था, हाँ कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। मैं अपनी लाइन से बाहर आ गया। न्यूविल तो अच्छा है, लेकिन जरा टैलेंट अपग्रेड कर लेना, टैलेंट कमी दिख रही है, आंखें बंद करके कमी दिख रही है वहां पे टैलेंट पे।
Let my name echo in fire! Well, with props. Ha! Watch out! Cha! Hey there! Cha!
Let's roll.
कीटो के साथ स्टार्ट करना ज़्यादा बुरा आता है, as always। 126 तो नॉर्मली दे रहा है वो। When I finish doing the dialogue with Newlet, I'll send you my UID so you can check my Newlet because I don't know. I built him right. Okay, no problem यार।
Another test subject.
Who wants some of this? Attaboy! Ha! Cha!
Teamwork is dreamwork! A proper send-off! From the Cena with love! Hey there! Ha!
One shot 27 seconds, ज़्यादा बुरा नहीं है। अभी थोड़ा अच्छा दे रहा है, लगता नहीं है। विदा कंडेंस नहीं कर रहा हूँ, नॉर्मल रेजेंस यूज कर रहा हूँ तो मेरे को वो अच्छा दे रहा है। कंडेंस यूज करता हूँ तो कमीना ठोकता है हमारे यहाँ पे, कुछ देता नहीं है। तुम्हारे साथ होता है कभी ऐसा कि मेरे साथ ही हो रहा है? एक एक्स्ट्रा नहीं दिया। Have to go one more time, one more time. ना, I don't think अभी करना चाहिए, मुझे नहीं लगता करना नहीं चाहिए अभी। नॉर्मली बस इसको अपग्रेड करना चाहिए। ओट मील क्या चाहिए बंदे को, देख लेते हैं। नहीं, उसके पास भी है डिप्रेस्ड एंड डिल्यूजनल. हाँ, why was he here? आया
Can't
क्यों
catch
था?
me.
मेरा क्वेस्ट हटाने आया था बीच में. रेस्ट. आज ये क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट करने का है.
Oh, I'm always looking forward to an early night, but she can't sleep at all. Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Lenny and everyone if she finds out about all this? She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
I'm also afraid of. You can just hide behind me.
Trust is effort, Traveler.
वो लड़की कहाँ भाग रही है वो देखो पहले.
Look! Look over there! Quick! Let's catch up with her before anyone sees!
Catch up with her. Catch up, catch up.
Over there!
ये पार्टी सही रहेगी क्या? पार्टी बदल देता है. ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा? मर जाए.
Can't catch me.
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast!
We are toast.
Oh, look! She stopped! Clairvy! Shh! I opened the window. Look how pretty the outside is.
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting?
Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary.
Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value, and you're handed over to the doctor, experimented on.
You're saying the knave? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it's...
I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person.
Mother?
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see. If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Perry. There... Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. She looks so young. But it...
It's getting windy. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the Aurora. Perry and I promised each other, but I can't find her. I'm worried she's all soup and... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me. What should I do?
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
तो हम उठे क्यों थे? अपन सोने जा रहे थे. If I change server so
Alright,
you can
looks
see
like
my
we're all
email
here.
data will be.
Let's go ahead with the plan.
You don't have to. But I can still see your Evelyn. You can just on NK server. क्या नाम है?
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairvy last night, and that's what we met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
Lost.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't.
You don't
think
have to
Father would
change
work
server
with
if you want to meet to show.
We're not really on the same
want to
side, so
show
there's not a
me
lot
your
of trust between them.
characters.
That doesn't
Okay,
exactly set the
that was that.
stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth.
Just send
Father
just
rejected
send me
most
your
of his
ID.
proposals, except for one.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement.
Yes.
I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Fog didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone.
P9.
All right, let's get to it.
चली क्या? AR-44, okay. HP 26K है तुम्हारा. I think you should change your क्या बोलते हैं इसको? healing bonus set that you have given. Renewal it. You should change that artifact to HP percentage. No, you should give him HP percentage instead of healing bonus. Healing
Can't catch me.
bonus. No, healing bonus is not needed for him. There is no need for healing bonus.
It's you
there.
two again. I must say, you look a bit pale.
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions?
She's asking.
Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, How do you plan on distracting me?
Us? Distract you? A good one.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other... Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
The ocean breeze is sure nice.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be... Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friend's sake.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now. Good idea. We should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the knave was saying. Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep...
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's...
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lyney, Lynette, and... Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears... No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house...
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh. Are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must...
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say, perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them. I would imagine Lyney, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
But that's...
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could... If Lyney and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could probably punish them for something I couldn't. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punish... Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will... Well, time to go.
Can't catch me.
ये निवलत मिला है.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates...
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal.
हमको नहीं सुनाने वाले हैं वो.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette, so allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's drained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do.
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon.
Can't catch me.
बस थोड़ा सा भी ऊपर रहता है ना, इसको हायर दिखाता है वो.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing...
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
टकराया.
Oh, shoot. Are you... Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these... Well, let me make it up to you at least.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't...
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just...
I'll take 3 papers. Here.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself.
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson.
वो इनके शादी था ना पहले वो
Some
बंदा.
light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't... Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Clairvy, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being so
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what do you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats. Wonderful. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean?
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
कितना बचा है यार इसका? अभी भी 8 पे है. 9 पे जाएगा फिर बाद में 10 पे जाएगा. टाइम लगेगा. पहले से मैं रैंडमली यूज नहीं कर रहा हूँ ना मैं. नहीं तो कोई भी कैरेक्टर भर के कहीं भी यूज करो फर्क नहीं पड़ता मेरे को. लेकिन उससे फ्रेंडशिप लेवल जल्दी बढ़ता तो है.
Finally, the rain has...
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to... No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, it was before I became a harbinger. And before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And then...
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the... Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Teyvat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother. To prove that she treated all her Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet,
I want Primos so badly. Yeah, how many Primos do you have?
Prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create... There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But
oh no.
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her, Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own if she couldn't escape and fight back, then only precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruere end her life. From that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you...
Crucibina, you mean?
Correct. This is the place where Peruware killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Peruware won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruware.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as... And that
Why are only 3
is where the
people watching
story
while I... It
ends.
is a way.
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she...
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume, of course. The chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special... Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we...
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes. The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this but. No matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her for...
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on me. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Is this really what you want to...
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs: anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to wait. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time.
Here they are, Father.
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me. Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard it, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh? Are you...
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Harry!
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house, and for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoi, Sato, Toddy. Nantoi clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame...
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know a single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. Not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoi, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, if this were any other situation...
Why?
That's enough, Filial. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Fultz, we...
Sheplo, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should...
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. So please, Father...
I agree with Linny.
Father, please. Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be However, given the extent of your determination,
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Bede. Father?
Impossible. Father is...
Did you hear that, Traveler? Lynn and the other have to duel the knave. What should we do? If they lose those people from the house...
Don't you want to say a proper good...
Anger makes you impulsive.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this.
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And
when the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all.
Ready-made.
All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Good luck, lol. I will try.
Let the world collide!
Oni coming through!
Closer. Is it my turn now? And voila! Now that's more like it.
Strike a pose! A proper send-up! From Destina with love. Watch out!
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise.
Hey there!
Hang in there. Have a taste of urban.
This is trouble!
With these rising flames. Is it my turn now?
Try to pace yourself.
Hey, Rip, who? मैं अभी भी जिंदा हूँ.
Look at you. Trapped like a bunch of helpless animals.
Let lightning!
And voila!
It's showtime!
Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
Those things are awesome, yeah. Oh no.
Okay. Watch out for Father's blade. That's all that remains.
Adventure time.
Attack, defend. This should be enough, I think. गलत वाला ले लिया मैंने.
Now's our chance.
Over here. Watch out! Coming at you. I'm going in.
Your punishment made manifest.
Watch out for father's movements. Look out! Sometimes it's only the beginning. Can't catch me.
Oh.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
A crimson moon? I can't move.
Still, not strong enough to beat me. I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all.
Brother! Lenny!
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as a—
No!
I never thought things...
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to— Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping.
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe.
Wonderful. Then,
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and once ingested. Searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be if you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing...
So, you're just letting us...
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the...
Even so, I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let...
Of course.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you...
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help.
Thank you.
Clairvy.
क्लेयर का क्या करने वाले हैं?
Can we talk now? You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's that speechless. Huh? That's it?
Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, can you tell me about it?
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloom, for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom, it's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of... You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight!
You know, I used to dream of being a bard, playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some more, it's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face.
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not...
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting, but at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that... I'm just kidding. Being able...
The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they...
Oh no! That must have been hard for all of you. What happened?
Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly, all thanks to Detective Paimon of...
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me!
Okay, so it was like this. After the
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter... Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Paraware. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
she left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left on. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, whatever regrets may linger. Let them be lost to the coming of a new.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered.
And you? What?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility.
I just never understood what you saw in me.
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all—
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero? Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, I'm not deserving of that title.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction, and then we may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For some, even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization, if reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, still a considerable strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one.
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Protecting my family at all—
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment, no matter how arduous the journey ahead. I hope we both reach our desired destiny.
Two और
and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Booth d'été? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe we should go check on them.
मैं जा रहा हूँ, उनको लड़ना रही है मेरे को.
Can't catch me.
Lynette, Fremine, how are you feeling?
Much better. What about you? Are you feeling all right?
I knew you'd come out on... Oh, and I wanted to ask. Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the...
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crucibina and Clairvy.
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crucibina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the house. Crucibina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things while she was alive. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina.
The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about the foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. And that's what Father told her.
But I still thanked her for everything. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth...
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties... But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Of course.
Are Filial and...
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they find...
Finally found a life they wished for. सच में? नहीं, मेरे को लगा वो बंदा है क्या? उसके सामान उसके कपड़े हैं. वो नहीं है लेकिन. Scattered ruins. एक और बार लेते हैं और फिर खत्म हो जाएगा. वो क्या है?
Afraid? Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid? With these rising flames!
Oh, you want some of this? Oni coming through!
Closer now. Is it my turn now?
Let's roll!
Now that's more like it.
Well, with rocks. Hey there!
Spare your energy. Running is of little use. Have a taste of purgatory.
Can't catch me!
Look at me. Like a bunch of
बस लाइफ का मटेरियल नहीं है, एक हीलिंग के लिए कुछ चाहिए। आ गया पूरी ना डाउन, सॉरी ये डाउन हो चुकी है। ये शॉप में क्या बिकता है वैसे? Whatever catches your eye. ये अनलिमिटेड है, ये 3 चीजें सही है यार।
Can't catch me.
Everything's ready. Let's go.
All is accounted for. Let's move out.
Climbing and sprinting. Really down है?
Afraid?
Hey!
Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid?
Make yourself a move. Just like we rehearsed. Taurus, I'm from you.
How amusing. With these rising flames. Now that's more like it.
Committed to memory. Go! Let's move out. The Temple of Wisdom.
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Have a taste of purgatory.
Fatigue is setting in.
MRE किट चाहिए, रिचार्ज नहीं हो रहा है। चलो टाइम 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 लग रहा है। अच्छा खत्म हो गया क्या? Only 2? सच में ये टाइम आ गया, खत्म हो गया, स्वीट टार खत्म हो गया। एक नया क्वेस्ट है।
When I don't have much to keep me up.
Afraid? Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid?
Attaboy! Can't catch me.
Is it my turn
Who
now?
wants some of this?
Now that's more like it. Is it my turn now? With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Have a taste of purgatory.
अफेक्टेड नहीं है तो लगता नहीं है।
Coming at ya! Ha-ha! Watch out!
Teamwork is dreamwork. Spare your energy.
Proper send-off from the Stina with love. Hiya! Coming at ya!
Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
Nice, nice. नेव के लिए नेव की आर्टिफैक्ट सकते हैं।
these adventure.
I am the knave, Arlecchino, fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. The children of the House of the Hearth call me Father. I do hope our partnership proves to be a pleasant one, although I would imagine that should be fairly easy. After all, there's no cause for contention between us at the moment. Wouldn't you agree?
Another
Transfixed. Oh. Everlasting as the moon. Go on, lay bare.
Quietly now.
1063.
Take it easy. Really?
545 now.
Transfixed.
Can't run from death.
Add Ash. Add Ash. Thank you for
कुछ नया देना चाहिए उन्हें. अभी मेरे को लगता है हो जाएगा, बस बॉस के ड्रॉप मटेरियल्स, सॉरी अपने को उनके ड्रॉप मटेरियल चाहिए, फिर हो जाएगा। आर्टिफैक्ट ले जाना है उसके।
Time itself is a silent song.
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
चल देखते क्या करना है। ये वेपन में क्या, इसमें क्या करना है? तो वेपन मिल सकता है, अभी बहुत चांसेस है। सेवेंटी
Take it easy.
आलमंड टोफू, यहाँ पे कहीं बनाने की जगह है? बनाने की जगह है क्या? I think somewhere around here मिल गया। आलमंड टोफू शुगर चाहिए। नेक्स्ट क्वेस्ट कहाँ पे है?